Visby, city of both roses and ruins, and capital of the Baltic island of Gotland in southeast Sweden. It's one of the most important Hanse towns with a well-conserved medieval cityscape. Since 1270 and for 150 years, construction of a long medieval wall up to 10 meters high was undertaken around the historic city centre. Reinforced by 44 15 to 20 metre high towers and with a length of 3,440 metres. However, the residents of the city did not want to protect themselves from enemies from abroad, but the attacks of farmers on the island, to whom access to the city was prohibited. The mainly German Hanse merchants were very wealthy and did not wish to share their good fortune with anyone else. Only in later hostilities by the Swedes and the Lübecks was the mighty wall breached. There was once a Stone Age settlement here, and next the Vikings discovered this sheltered bay. Finally, German merchants settled here. From the beginning of the 13th century, Visby was the most important trading centre between east and west. Trade flourished, and its resultant riches were vast. The mighty St. Mary Cathedral was consecrated on the 27th of July, 1225. It served not only as a house of worship, but its huge attic was used as a warehouse, and money and valuables were also kept there. It was subsequently remodeled into a hall church and became the only completely preserved religious building that survived all the turmoil of the centuries. A number of coins were minted in Visby, and here an international law of the sea was agreed, which had a binding effect on the entire Baltic Sea region. With its square tower, St. Drotten is one of 13 ruined medieval churches that characterize this historic old town. Each of the churches, as well as the city wall, was built of pale limestone, their interiors full of magnificent wall paintings. Church and its interior were meant to represent heavenly power and show the people the meaning of life. Following a devastating fire, the collapsed tower of the St. Lars Church was rebuilt, but its damaged arches and pillars were left in ruins. The plan of the church corresponded to a Byzantine church in the form of a central, equal-armed cross. More and more, the German merchants took over North European trade, and Visby became an equal member in medieval trade of the Hanseatic Union. In 1400, Stora Torget became a general marketplace. Hordes of people came here on market days. And around the square were all kinds of commercial and retail shops in buildings constructed of stone. In the large marketplace are the ruins of the old St. Catherine Church. Franciscan friars founded a large convent here in 1233. Gothic vaults reaching towards heaven and generous window frames indicate the size of what was once the most beautiful of all the churches in the city. Construction continued unabated, and a modern city of the Middle Ages was created, with more and higher stone buildings than anywhere else in Sweden. And with churches everywhere. Near the gateway of the former port is the Tunderplatz, with the city's largest trading house, the pharmacist house, and the log cabin of Hans Burmeister. Burmeister was one of many German immigrants of the 17th century who became wealthy due to commerce and shipping in the second golden age of the city. Again, magnificent trading houses were built with functional storage and living space. And the fateful year of 1361 seemed to have been forgotten. That was when Danish King Valdemar Atterdag invaded the city, and its citizens had to redeem themselves of spoliation. In the little square with its old town hall, decisions of the council were formally proclaimed, and the building of Gamla Apoteket shines out in all of its medieval splendor. A packing house with office and magazine and with hatches on each floor for hoists. This allowed the goods to be efficiently transported to each floor. The prevailing townscape is due to a law of the 19th century. For the restoration and preservation of the medieval buildings, property owners were exempted from paying tax. Indeed, on the 13th of May 1525, Visby was almost completely destroyed. Early in the morning, troops of the Hanseatic city of Lübeck attacked and set fire to the city. The Reformation also accelerated the city's decline when its precious church treasures were stolen. But Visby has survived and was designated as a World Cultural Heritage Site in 1995. A priceless gem of the Middle Ages.